All right. This is day two of me prepping for this interview, the simple interview. I am. I did 8 questions yesterday. Really, my goal is to do 10 questions a day. Um, so really, I did nine, but I didn't finish, nor did I understand it completely. So I at least want to understand the question completely before I move on, and write down the question at least 3 times. Yeah, so I think we're going to be starting with the shortest. What is it? Let me see. The shortest way to form strings. Question 1065. And so, yeah, let's get started right now. Let me just share my screen. All right. Okay. The subsequence of a string is a new string that is formed from the original string by deleting some, can be none, of the characters without disturbing the relative positions of the remaining characters, i.e., ACE. ACE is a subsequence of A, B, C, D, E, while ACE is not. Given two strings, source and target, return the minimum number of subsequences of source, such that their concatenation equals target. If the task is impossible, return -1. And put C. Okay, that makes sense. So ABC. So we have our target index equals result equals 0, while target index is less than the length of target. The previous target index equals the target index. And then for the characters in source, if the target index is less than the length of target and the characters equal the characters in the target's target index, target index plus equals 1, target index equals proof target, return -1, results plus equal 1, return res. You all right? All right. So let's look at this problem again. We can actually just go back and try to solve this problem without looking at the answer. Okay. So we say class solution. Let's do at 8. Yeah. The subsequence of a string is a new string that is formed from the original string by deleting some. It also can be none of the characters without disturbing the relative position of the remaining characters, i.e. ACE is a subsequence of A, B, C, D, E, while ACE is not. Just because the positions, and again, you can see AEC means we go from the first position of the list to the last position to the third position. While ACE is just the first position, the third position, the last position, and it stays in the subsequence, or the sequence stays in relative order. So continuing, given two strings, so we have two strings, so define subsequence. I guess we can call this subsequence. It's going to take in self, it's going to take in a source, and this is going to be a source's string, and then it's going to take in a target, which is a string, and we want to return the minimum number of subsequences of source such that the concatenation machine equals target, and so we want to return a string. So we say target underscore index is less than or equal to the length of target. Let me go back to it. No, okay. So first we need to initialize. First, we need to init our target index and results. So we'll say target index equal is 0, but also result equals 0. So this is target equals res equals 0. And so now we need to iterate, if I'm not mistaken, iterate through our target index. So yep, so we'll say while, or loop while target index is less than the length of target, previous target index equals target index. And then we'll say for characters in source, the target index is the target. So if the target index is less than the length of target and the characters equal target index target target index plus equals 1 if target index equals previous target index, return -1. Whereas okay, so let's take a time to really understand this question. So, given two strings, source and target, return the minimum number of subsequences of source such that their concatenation equals target. Task is impossible. Return one. So, a subsequence of a string is a new string that is formed from the original string by deleting some of the characters without disturbing the relative position of the remaining characters. Given two strings, source and target, return the minimum number of subsequences of source. And so our source, for example, could be ABC, target could be ABC, BC. And so what we need to do is set our target index and our result to 0. So let's do this again. class solution. And we want to define a function. What's the function called again? Actually, let me just do this. I'm going to define class solution. Define a function called shortest way. That's going to take in itself. It's going to take in a source, which is a string, a target, which is a string, and we want to return a string. We want to initialize init target index and result array, and result counter, and then we say index or target index equals 0, and now we want to iterate through our target index. We say our target index is less than the length of our target. Previous target index equals target index. And now we want to iterate through our source. So we say 4 characters in source if target index is less than the length of target and the characters equal target, the target, target. Then we'll say index target underscore index plus equals 1. And then if target index equals previous index, return -1. And because it's greedy, we'll say result plus equals 1 and return result. String indices must be integers, not string. If target index is less than the length of target, let me just refresh it. Oh, we're returning an integer. We're not returning a target. So, correct. We're not returning a string. So, again, let's do this again. The class solution. We want to define a function called shortest way, which is going to take itself. It's going to take a source, which is a string, and it's going to take a target, which is a string, and then we want to return an integer. And so we need to initialize our target index and our result counter. So we'll say target index equals result 0. And now we want to iterate through our target. Or a target index. And so we'll say, well, target index is less than the length of target. previous target index equals our target index. And now we iterate through our source. And so we'll say for char or characters or I for any element in or any variable in source, if target index is less than the length of target and the characters equal the target or the characters in target index plus equals 1, and then we'll say if target index equals previous target index, we'll say return -1, result plus equals 1, and then we return our result. The integer is not string. If the target index is less than the length of the target, was this 0? No, it wasn't. That wasn't it. Is it target? No, I don't think this is it. Yeah, let me just look at it. Target index, I'm tripping. Target index. There we go. Okay. So I'll just do this one more time because I made that mistake. But I'll go to the next question right here. Let me just get that one ready. I'm just gonna put this as complete. And this is my bootleg just set up. Just something to help me do this quickly. Nope. Okay. So we have our class solution, which we're going to define a function called shortest way, which will take in self. It will take in source, which is a string, and it'll take in target, which is also a string, and we want to return an integer. And so first we need to initialize our target index and our result counter. So we'll say target index equals result equals 0. And now we want to loop through our target index or our target. And so we'll say, well, target index is less than the length of our target. Previous target index equals target index. And now we want to iterate through our source. And so we'll say for char in source, or it could be for I in source, char in source. If target index is less than the length of target and characters equal target index, target index plus equals 1, and then we'll just say result plus equals 1. No, I'm tripping. And then it's if target index equals previous index, and then we want to return -1, and then we want to say result plus equals 1, and then return result. Run this, submit that. So the next question, interval list. To the left. So if not first list or not, okay, if not first list, intersection. So class solution, and find a function called intersection. Check myself. First list, which is the list, integers, second list, just the list of the list of integers.
Come on, you know how to do it.
And then not to return the list of integers.
Come on.
And so if not list,
She's gonna ride that motorcycle. You said something and they goofed up. Okay, Google coming. You need help? You need help?
P1 P2 0.
Where you at?
So result equals empty array. P1 is less than the length of first list. Bless you. And P2 is less than the length. Second list. Start 1 and equals first list. P1 start 2 and 2 equals second list. P2 if start 1 is greater than 2, P2 plus equals 1, left start 2 is greater than 1, P1 plus equals 1, else results not append. So max start 1, start 2, min and 1 and 2, if and 1 is greater than 2, P2 plus equals 1, else P1 plus equals 1, and then return result. Okay. So if it's not in the first list or if not in the second list, we return an empty list. So we'll set our P1 and P2 equal to 0. So our P1 will be for the first list, and our P2 will be for the second list. And we'll set a result array. It's an empty array, and we see while P1 is less than the length of the first list, and P2 is less than the second list. Start one, end one equals the first list. All right, so class solution is called. We're going to define a function called interval intersection. It's going to take itself first list, which is just a list of integers. That's correct. And then second list, which again we're just taking a list integers, and we want to return list of integers. And so we want to first say if first list or not second list. Rosie, what you doing, baby? Return set up P1, P2, 0, equal. And so while P1 is less than the first list, and P2 is less than the second list. Start one, end one equals first list P1. About what? Second list P2. Making some noodles. Your mama don't want me to be successful, Dumps. I'm on live right now too. Everyone can hear the passive aggressiveness. So start one is great. If start one is greater than N2, then P2, then we'll move P2, then we'll move P2 up one. If start 2 is greater than N1, P1 right. Else, pin the max. Start 1, start 2, and then if N1 is greater than N2, Okay. Let's just see if we can do it. So, class solution, define a function called interval intersection. I'm taking self. It's going to take in first list. Just a list of integers. Second list, which is a list of integers. And then we have, we want to return list of integers. And we say if not first list or not second list, return, and we're going to set up P1, P2, 0. And so now we'll say while P1 is less than the length of first list, and P2 is less than the length of second list. Start 1 and 1. So 2 equal first list. 1 equals second list. 2 if start 1 is greater than n2, then P2 plus equals 1. If start 2 is greater than n1, P1 plus equals 1, else the results dot append max start 1 start 2 min end 1 end 2 if end 1 greater than end 2, P2 plus equals 1, else P1 plus equals 1, and then return result. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. So class solution. We want to define a function called interval intersection. It's just going. That's what our intersection was. Take it first. List. It's just a list of integers, and then we have second list. It's a list integers, and then we want to return a list integers. And so first we'll say if not first list or not second list, return empty string or empty array. And then we'll just set our P1s or pointers for P1 for the first list, P2 for the second list. We'll set these to 0. And then we'll say while P1 is less than the length of first list, and P2 less than the length of the second list. Start 1 and 1 equals first list P1, second list P2. So if start 1 is greater than N2, P2 plus equals 1, elif start 2 is greater than N1, P1, we'll move P1 to the right, else we'll just append the max of the start of 1, the start 2, and also the min of N1 and N2 to our results. And so we say append max start 1, start 2, and then we'll say min end 1 and 2. If end 1 is greater than end 2, P2 plus equal 1, else P1 plus equals 1, and then we return the result. Elif and then we need, there we go. Complete. I'm just going to go to a Python solution. Okay, so nums, which is a list of integers, and return a list of integers, and then we'll say list, and then nums sort for I and numerate and the elements in the indexes, nums if I is greater than 0 and the index is to nums I minus 1, continue left, right equals I plus 1 when nums minus 1. So while left is less than right, 3 sum equals A plus nums of I, or nums of left plus nums of right. Right. If 3 sum is greater than 0, R minus equals 1 out of 3 sum is less than 0. Left plus equals 1, and else res dot append. So A nums of left, and then nums of right, nums right, and then we say left plus equals 1, while nums of left equals nums of right, and left is less than right, left plus equal 1, and then we return res result. Okay, so first 3 sum, we want to first set an empty list with results. We want to sort our nums, or our list of integers, and then we want to iterate through the element in the index. So say for I and A, and enumerate nums if I is greater than 0 and A nums of I minus 1, continue. And so we'll set our left and right pointers and say we'll say left right equals I plus 1, and then lengths of nums minus 1, and then we'll say the left pointer. If the left pointer is less than the right pointer, then 3 sum equals A plus nums of left plus nums of right. 3 sum is greater than 0. We have to shift our pointer to the left. LF, if 3 sum is less than 0, we have to shift our left pointer to the right. We have to shift our right pointer to the left, and then our left pointer to the right. Else we'll append the index, we'll append nums of left, and we'll append nums of right, and then we'll add nums of then we'll move the left pointer once, or it will move the left pointer once, and so if the left pointer and the right pointer and if the left pointer and the right pointer equal each other, and so let me go back to this part. Nums are left minus 1. Okay. Nums are left minus 1. While nums are left equals nums left minus 1, and point left is less than right. Okay. Continue. 3 sum equals class solution. Define 3. No, what's the function for it? 3 sum. And then this we're taking self. Nums. It's just a list. It's just, and then we want to return a list of integers. Move this right here. So let me move this. Let me see if I can remember. So now we want to sort our nums. Sort. And we want to say, wow. Actually, no. I'll just write it again. She can stay in here with me. And you didn't have to close the door, Aaliyah. Let me just keep writing this down until I get it. So for I, A, enumerate nums, and enumerate nums. Nums, if I, 0, and A equals nums, I minus 1. Continue. Hello. What's up? Right point plus I plus 1. And then the length of nums minus 1. I'm putting 1 for this. It should be left. What you got? Wow. Left is less than that. Where you going? Stay in here, baby. Rose, where you going? You not gonna stay in here with me?
Okay, bye.
Where you going? Stay in here with me, baby. Come here. Rosie. She ran in the other room and locked the door. So 3 sum is greater than 0. R minus equal 1. Elif 3 sum is less than 0. And then we move the left pointer. Right. Else. Res append. All right, let me write this down again. So class solution. We'll define a function called 3 sum, which is going to take itself, nums, which is a list of integers, and then we just want to return a list of integers. We'll say result equals empty list, and then we want to sort our nums dot sort. And I already kind of forgot, but I'm not going to look at it. Actually, I'm just going to look at it. Okay, so init empty array to store results and sort our elements. Iterate through the elements / positions. So we're going to say for a I and enumerate nums if left right. I don't need that. Okay. If I is greater than 0 and nums and a equals nums one, continue. Class solution define 3 sum self nums. It's just a list of integers, and then we want to turn a list of integers, and then we want to store our results in an empty array. We're going to set that, and then we want to sort our array, and then we want to iterate through the elements in their position. So we'll say for a I and enumerate nums if I is greater than 0 and a equals nums I minus 1, continue while left is less than right. If equals I plus 1, and then the length of nums minus 1. Three sum equals a plus nums L plus nums right. If 3 sum is greater than 0, R equal 1. If 3 sum is less than 0, else res dot append a nums, left, nums, right. Wow, num, left equal nums, left minus 1, and left less than right. Class solution. Time of it. Class solution. And then this define a function called 3 sum that's just going to take in itself. Nums, which is just a list of integers, and we want to return a list of integers. So we want to track our results. We want to sort our arrays, our array. Now we want to iterate through our elements and enumerate nums. If I is less than 0 and A equals nums of I minus 1, continue. Now let's set our pointers. Left, right equals I minus I plus 1, I plus 1, and then this will be the length of nums minus 1. And we say while left is less than right. Three sum equals A plus nums left plus nums right. Class solution. Define 3 sum self nums list integers. We want to return a list integers. We want to track results. We want to sort our array. We want to iterate through our elements and index and enumerate if I is less than 0 and A equals nums I minus 1. Continue. equals I plus 1 length of nums minus 1. Let's say while or loop through, so while one left is less than right. 3 sum equals A plus nums of left plus nums of right. And now we'll just say if 3 sum is greater than 0, right, 1, if 3 sum is less than 0, 1, else, whereas append A nums of left, nums right, and then we'll say left plus 1, and so this last one is if nums of left equals nums left minus 1, and left is less than K. All right, L plus equals 1. I think this should just be right here. Turn on res. Enumerate nums. I'll put K. This should just be R. Wow. Wow. Okay. So it's wow. For I and A. I had it mixed up for I and A. Okay. Let's do it one more time. What time is it? Do it one more time. Class solution. Define a function called 3sum. Just taking itself. Nums, which is a list of integers. And we want to return a list of integers. And so first we want to track and store results. So we'll set that to empty array, and we want to sort our array nums. So now we want to iterate through our elements in their position. So we say for I and A and enumerate nums. If if I is greater than 0 and A equals nums I minus 1, continue. And now we want to set our left and right pointer equals I plus 1, and then the length of nums minus 1. And then we'll say while left is less than K or R, or left is less than R, 3 sum equals A plus nums of left plus nums of right. If 3sum is greater than 0, we'll say move that to the left 1 at left. 3sum is less than 0. 0, move the left pointer to the right. Plus 1. Else, we'll append these elements to our result. Nums left, nums of right. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was plus equals 1. And then I'll just say while nums of left equals nums left minus 1, and left is less than right. I'm forgetting it. So while no, isn't it just equals 1, and then we want to return result. And there you go. Okay. I'm here, baby. What you doing? Huh?
Okay, bye.
Because just let me.
I'm gonna keep going. Mm, let's actually do this one. Let's do next permutation, and then I'll do next consecutive ones. 3. Someone said, "Hey, how are you doing?" I guess I'm all right. This is probably gonna be the last question I do, and then I'm gonna take a break. Actually, I'm gonna just take a break now. I need one of those things where I can just put it over my webcam, and then I can go away but still be here, and just put myself on mute. But I'll be back. I'll be back around anywhere between. I'm not gonna say 4:30, but I'll most likely be back around 5:30 to 6 o'clock, and then we go bang it up from there, bro. Really, we got to. But yeah, I'm in the stream for now.